Hey, Joseph. Do you have time to talk right now?
Sure thing, I'm actually on my lunch break at the moment. What's on your mind? What do you feel like discussing?
I've been pondering something. Remember how we're planning to get married this spring? Just wanted to make sure we're on the same page about our wedding plans.
Absolutely, you're right. I can't wait for our wedding either. To be honest, I still get butterflies thinking about the day I proposed. I was so nervous, afraid you might say no. But luckily, you said yes, and it's been the best decision of my life.
Joseph, come on! Of course I was going to say yes. You're the kindest person I know. And we've been together for years. You underestimate yourself, really. You deserve more credit. Have some confidence in yourself. Because you're amazing.
Haha, you got a point there. By the way, did you have something on your mind that you wanted to discuss with me? I'm all ears, babe.
Well, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but we really should set a date for the family meeting soon. Especially with our wedding approaching, it's important to plan ahead and make sure everyone is on the same page.
A family meeting? Not this again.
Hey, what's going on? It feels like you're avoiding this topic every time I bring it up. You know how much our wedding means to me, don't you? I don't want to pressure you, but it's a significant day for the both of us. Wouldn't it be better if we plan things properly for a smooth and memorable celebration?
I remember us talking about heading over to our parents' places for a pre-wedding family meetup. The thing is, our homes are quite far from New York, making a day trip challenging. It looks like we'll need to stay overnight. You know how demanding my job is, and taking a sudden leave is not easy. We'll need to plan it carefully with my work schedule in mind.
Listen, we just need to plan this ahead. Requesting leave a few weeks or even a month in advance should work out fine. Don't you think? If you're concerned about the distance, how about we visit your place first? It's closer. And if we coordinate our leaves properly, we should be able to make it work.
I already told you, now isn't the best time, alright? Can you ease up a bit and not keep pushing me on it? Honestly, I'm not up for discussing it at the moment. Let's just take a breather and talk about something else, cool?
I've noticed that every time I bring up setting a date, you seem to avoid it. And we never make any progress. We can't even submit the marriage application without a family meeting. You do understand how important this is, don't you? It's hard for me not to feel like you're not even interested in marrying me.
What? Hazel, you know I want to marry you more than anything, right? It's just that I'm not quite ready to see my mom. I haven't been back home since college, and I usually spend Christmas alone in my apartment. It's a bit complicated for me, but trust me, it has nothing to do with my love for you. Can we talk about this in a different way?
But why are you avoiding seeing your mom? You always say this, but you never gave me a clear explanation. Can you please share more about why you feel this way? I really want to understand where you're coming from.
It's just that things aren't great between my mom and me, you know? But don't worry too much about it. I promise I'll explain everything when the timing feels right. There's no need to stress over it now. Let's focus on enjoying our time together and figuring out the other wedding details, okay?
You know, I haven't actually met your mom, but based on what you've shared, my impression isn't the best. However, avoiding Riley forever isn't really an option if we're planning to get married. I don't need to be a perfect daughter-in-law, but I do want to avoid any unnecessary trouble that could hinder our marriage.
I get it, and I'm sorry for making things challenging. I promise you'll have the opportunity to meet my mom when the timing feels right. I just want to ensure it's a positive and comfortable experience for the both of us.
Okay, I trust you on that. By the way, how about we visit my parents' house first? I know it's a bit far, but it might seem easier for you than going to your own place.
Let's do that. My home can wait a little bit longer.
Then it's settled. I'll match my holiday to yours.
Thanks for your understanding, Hazel. I love you.
Love you too. Bye. Where are you? I've been trying to call you, but you didn't pick up.
I'm sorry, I just stepped out for some fresh air. Things were getting a bit intense and I needed a moment to clear my head. I'm here now.
No. Actually, I should be the one apologizing. I'm sorry that my parents asked personal questions about your family.
Hey, it's all good. Your parents are just wanting to get a better sense of who I am, and that's totally understandable. No need to apologize for that. It's natural for them to want to know more about me and my family, especially since I'll soon be their son-in-law. Speaking of which, I have to say, your parents are amazing. They made me feel like a part of the family right from the start. I've never experienced such a warm welcome before. They really made me feel like I belong here, and I'm grateful for that.
Thank you, Joseph. I'm sure my parents will be thrilled to hear that, but... Joseph? What happened earlier? I noticed you seemed tense and distant when my parents talked to you. Your hand was trembling while gripping the phone under the table. And you seemed preoccupied with it rather than paying attention to my parents. Is everything okay?
I'm sorry, it's my mom.
Hold on a sec, Joseph. I just received a text from an unknown number. Let me quickly check it out, okay?
Hello, am I talking to Hazel?
Yes, I'm Hazel. And you are?
Hi there, I'm Riley, Joseph's mom. I suppose my son has always been in your care, hasn't he?
And I've always been under Joseph's care as well.
Well, that's not the reason I'm calling. By any chance, are you currently at your parents' house?
Wait, how do you know that?
It's not that important, is it? Listen, could you come back soon? I'm just curious as to why you didn't visit my house first. Is there something that you're hiding from me? Tell me the truth.
What? I'm not hiding anything. Please don't say that.
Then why didn't you visit my house before going to your parents'? It's incredibly disrespectful on your part. It clearly shows your lack of regard for me. With that kind of attitude, do you honestly think you can expect my blessing? I'm certain this was your plan all along. You manipulated my son and fabricated lies to turn him against me, just so you could have him all to yourself. Let me express some facts, dear.
Riley? I'm not sure what you're talking about. We haven't even met. And yet you're coming at me with all these accusations.
Lately, Joseph has been acting rather chilly and distant towards me, which is quite out of character for him. Naturally, I started pondering if someone is manipulating him. And who could it be but the person closest to him? Yes, I'm referring to you, my dear. It's just a simple observation, you know. I thought you should be aware.
I'm not manipulating anyone.
Okay, instead of getting all defensive, how about you show me your innocence through actions? So tell me, when are you planning on visiting my house with my son? It's about time we all spend some quality time together, don't you think?
We'll do our best to fit it in. But we'll need to coordinate our work schedules and request time off. I'll keep you posted on our plans. No worries. Is that all you wanted to talk about? We have plans to dine with my parents.
My goodness, planning to feed my child dirty food? I won't stand for it. Foods packed with additives are not suitable for my precious child. I demand you bring Joseph back home this instant. His well-being is my top priority, and I won't compromise on that.
Riley, please calm down. We will visit you for greetings. Seriously, there's no reason to be angry about it.
All right, fine then. You better make sure you visit me real soon. If you don't, well, you might just start saying goodbye to your marriage with my son. Just a friendly heads up, my dear.
Joseph, you won't believe who just texted me.
What? Who is it? Wait, don't tell me.
Oh my goodness. Your mom just sent me a message. I'm really confused about how she got my phone number. It's so strange. I hope you didn't give her my contact details, right? This whole situation is really puzzling to me.
I'm really sorry, it's on me, but I promise it wasn't intentional. It was just a plain accident, I swear.
What? So you know about this?
Well, I can't say for sure, but it seems my best guess, and it seems like the most reasonable explanation. So here's the thing. I didn't mention this earlier, but on my recent business trip, I unexpectedly bumped into my mom and we ended up grabbing a bite together. At some point, I left my bag unattended while I went to the bathroom, and it's possible she got your number and installed a location tracking app on my phone. It was totally accidental, I assure you.
Location tracking app?
Yeah, it seems she could see our movements, but it's okay now because I've deleted the app.
Wait, so you're saying she's been keeping tabs on your location and trying to keep you near? Honestly, that sounds a bit creepy to me.
She's been super overprotective ever since I was a kid, and it seriously complicates things for me.
I get it now. I think now I can understand why you feel uneasy whenever your mom comes up. I'm really sorry for all of this. I should have been more understanding and considerate when talking about your mom.
Honestly, I don't want to go back home. The last thing I want is to have any sort of contact with my mother. It's just not something I'm looking forward to at all.
I'm sorry, but I really want to be mindful of your feelings. However, we can't simply get married without having a family meeting. It's important to involve everyone and have their input.
I guess you're right.
We don't have to stay long, but at least we need to have a family meeting. I promise you. I'll be right by your side throughout it all. Whatever comes our way, we'll face it together, no matter what.
Alright, fine. As long as you're there by my side, I've got nothing to fear. Plus, I can't keep avoiding my mom forever. It's about time I confront her and express how I truly feel. It's time to face it head on, and with you supporting me, I know I can do it.
You got it, Joseph. I'm incredibly proud of you. Let's schedule a time to visit your family, and if needed, work on persuading them to support our marriage. But for now, please come back so we can have a great dinner with my parents. They're waiting for us.
Oh yeah, my bad. I'll make my way back to your place right away. Sorry for the delay. Let's not keep your parents waiting any longer.
Riley, I apologize if I did or said something that offended you. I didn't mean it that way. And I'm sorry if it came across differently. Please know that it wasn't my intention to upset you.
Oh, please, spare me. Offended by you? Not even close. But let's get one thing straight. I don't appreciate my own son suggesting that my cooking is on par with some tasteless junk you whip up. It's a direct insult to my culinary pride, and I won't let that slide.
I'm kind of speechless. I think Joseph probably just blurted out his honest feelings without thinking them through. I don't know what else to say. Really.
Honestly, I can't fathom why my son would be into someone like you. I mean, let's be real, you're nothing more than an average-looking girl, and that dress you wear is just plain tacky. It's not my taste at all.
Oh, really? That's kind of disappointing to hear, because I had put a lot of effort into finding the perfect dress for this occasion. Funny enough, my mom and friends actually think it's a pretty cute dress. Different taste, I guess.
Oh, please. They were probably just trying to spare your feelings and avoid telling you the truth. And let me make one thing clear. If you ever come by my house again, don't you dare bring such cheap stuff like that garbage you brought tonight. We don't consume that kind of low-quality junk in my house. You just wasted my time as I tossed it in the trash where it belongs.
What? You threw my gift in the garbage?
Is there a problem here? You really have nothing better to do than waste your time texting me this nonsense? I specifically told you to go buy some quality meat for dinner. I only provide Joseph with the absolute best, so you better be making sure you do it correctly. Don't you dare set foot on our property until you've got that meat in hand. Clear enough for you?
Hazel, I'm really sorry you had to deal with my mom's awful behavior. Where are you right now? I tried to catch up with you after you left, but I couldn't find you. Are you still out buying the meat my mom asked for?
I'm sorry. I haven't gotten it yet. I'm currently at the supermarket, searching for the specific meat your mom requested. I want to make sure I get the right kind.
Don't worry about buying it, Hazel. We're not going back there, period. Just stay where you are and I'll come to you.
What? We're really not going back to your house? Are we just gonna leave your mom hanging like that? I'm pretty sure she's expecting me to bring back some meat.
You know what, Hazel? Let's forget about my mom. She's not worth her time or energy. Based on how she treated you today, I doubt she'll ever change. How about we go on a sightseeing adventure, just the two of us? We can leisurely explore my hometown, visit any places you want to see. I'd love to take you to the park I used to go to during my elementary school days. It'll be a chance for us to create our own happy memories.
That's such a wonderful idea, Joseph. I really appreciate how you defended me against your mom. It means the world to me that you stood up for us. I'm truly grateful for your support and love.
Well, I suppose I can't keep being a coward forever. You're my wife, and as your husband, it's my responsibility to protect you. I need to step up and be there for you, no matter what.
I'm truly sorry. And I feel guilty too. I should have listened to you right from the start and not gone to your mom's house. Now I realize it was a terrible idea. I apologize for putting you in a bad mood and a difficult position. I never want you to feel torn between me and your mom.
That's perfectly fine. I've got it figured out now. Just like you said before, whatever comes our way, we're in it together. No matter what happens, we'll face it side by side.
How long does it take to buy a simple piece of meat? Are you telling me that you're clueless about what kind to get? Or that you've managed to get lost on your way to the supermarket? I can't believe how utterly incompetent you could be.
Sorry. I couldn't find any good meat.
Huh, no surprise there. I knew you wouldn't be capable of handling such a simple task. You're a lousy fiancé and a terrible daughter-in-law. Fine, since you can't do anything right for yourself, just do me a favor and come back already. Joseph is there with you, isn't he?
I don't want to say this, but coming back right now is impossible.
Huh? Whatever, just hurry up and come back already. I don't have time for your silly mind games.
No. It's not possible for me to come back right now. Just think about it for a moment. Before I left, you were the one who insisted that I shouldn't return until I bought the meat, right? Well, the truth is, I haven't bought any meat yet.
Just come back. Do you know how long I've been waiting?
Don't you see? I'm just simply following your order, Riley. Don't you think I'm being a good daughter-in-law?
Oh, come on. You think you could play these tricks on me? If you don't get back here in 15 minutes, I'll make sure you learn a lesson you won't forget. And guess what? I might just tell my son to dump you like yesterday's trash, so forget about this wedding nonsense. I bet a plain girl like you will end up all alone, while my son finds himself a new fiancé in no time.
You're unbelievable, Mom. You never listen to anyone other than yourself, do you?
Huh? Who is it?
Hey, it's Joseph. Just want to let you know that Hazel and I are together right now, and we've been going through all your awful messages from the beginning until now.
Oh, really? You are? I knew it. That woman must have called you and badmouthed me, didn't she? I always knew she was the type to stab someone in the back. She's not worthy of you, my dear. You should dump her as soon as possible.
Oh, come on! Enough with the insults already! If you keep that up, we won't be coming back. You know what? Hazel's cooking is amazing. Actually, Mom, you could learn a thing or two from her. That's it. I'm done with this conversation. There's nothing else to talk to you about. In fact, I'm gonna start looking for our next destination that Hazel and I are going to visit.
The next destination? What are you talking about? What are you two doing at the moment?
We're going sightseeing, and well, you're not on the invitation list.
Sightseeing? What about dinner? I've been working my butt off to prepare all the dishes you love. They're all healthy and delicious homemade meals. I've got them beautifully arranged on the table. I'm just waiting for you to come back. What am I supposed to do with them now? Do you expect me to eat all this by myself? It's just impossible.
I honestly couldn't care less about what you do with the food. Just know that Hazel and I have no intention of coming back there anymore. In fact, we're planning to go out and enjoy some steaks. I know a great place nearby where we can indulge.
Restaurant deals can never compare to my homemade dishes. Son, you really haven't thought this through. Let me have a chat with Hazel. We're both women. We understand each other. Hazel, are you there? Can we please talk for a moment?
What is it now, Riley? Honestly, I don't think that there's anything you can say that will change the fact that we're cutting you out of our lives. I had hoped we could have a good relationship as daughter and mother-in-law, But it's clear now that you have no intentions of making that happen. If Joseph doesn't want to see you, then I don't want to see you either. This is goodbye, Riley. Consider this the last time you'll ever hear from me.
No, please, you can't do this to me. Please, Joseph, I'm your mother.
Subsequently, we made a significant change by relocating and simultaneously altering both our phone numbers. As a result, Riley was left clueless about our whereabouts. Despite Riley's occasional visits to my parents' house in an attempt to inquire about our location, my mother skillfully misled her with fabricated tales, claiming we were in exotic destinations like the Caribbean or Italy. It remains uncertain whether Riley believed those falsehoods and embarked on an overseas journey to find us. Currently, we are contemplating a wedding ceremony. However, Joseph is adamant about not inviting Riley or any relatives associated with her. Consequently, we are considering a small ceremony abroad, solely for the two of us. Although my parents expressed disappointment, they gave us their blessing and emphasized the importance of capturing numerous photographs. With Riley out of the picture, Joseph regained his sense of freedom and began to smile more often, no longer haunted by fear. While I worried about Joseph feeling as though he had lost his family, my parents embraced him as their own son. Thus, my concerns proved to be unfounded. In fact, we even started discussing the possibility of having children. And I find myself seriously contemplating starting a family, envisioning the laughter-filled future we could share with our own child.